All right, so Cardano, ADA, alleged as a security again as the SEC now sues Coinbase. And this has come up before, but in this video, we're going to focus on Charles Hoskinson firing back at Gary Gensler and firing back at the SEC. And I think what he said in his most recent tweet is absolute gold when it comes to what's happening right now with the SEC and what's happening with a lot of these cryptos, Cardano included, being labeled as securities. Charles Hoskinson, spot on in my opinion. We're going to read the entire tweet, react to it, respond to it, and we're going to take a look at some other things related to Cardano. So make sure you stick around for this entire video, jam-packed, filled with information as it relates to what's going on right now with ADA. Real quick, we'll flash the price of Cardano, down about 6.5% right now, still holding above a $12 billion market cap, still ranked number 7, sitting just under 35 cents at the time of this recording. Now, if you don't know, the SEC cracked down on Binance yesterday, and now cracking down on Coinbase again here today. And basically coming at these exchanges and saying that they are unregistered brokerages. And then they're also pissed off about, the APY from staking, and then, they're singling out certain cryptos as securities. Basically just dropping the hammer wherever they see fit with no real rhyme or reason, right? That's how the SEC has been going about this, which is frustrating. Now, here's what Charles Hoskinson had to say, and I absolutely think this is gold. So listen to this, and he had a huge live stream yesterday too. I highly encourage you to follow him on YouTube. He's just a brilliant guy, right? But he says this, with respect to Binance, I'm reading through the SEC complaint. It's over 130 pages. But seems like the next in a series of steps to implement Choke Point 2.0 in the United States. He says the end goal is an agenda-based CBDC, which is a central bank digital currency, digital dollar in layman's terms, partnered with a handful of massive banks and end-to-end control over every aspect of your financial life. A regulatory event is where you have a debate about compliance with a law or guidance. This event seems to be a political, philosophical disagreement with the very existence of cryptocurrencies and what they represent. An unelected group of people have decided that concepts like self-sovereign identity, owning your wallet, and the freedom to control your economic agency should be removed from the masses and given to the quote-unquote enlightened few. Honestly, what is happening isn't anything new. It's always the same fight between freedom and authoritarianism, just with different players, different technology, and different words. It does seem like this event is a perfect opportunity for the entire industry to set aside its fragmented nature and unite for a common sense set of rules and guidelines that can prevent the United States from slipping into dystopia that would make 1984 look like a vacation. I'll have more to say later, but we'll close with we are going to be fine. Everything's all right, and the future is bright for the industry. I mean, how could you say it any better than this? And I think this is exactly what's happening. I think he's echoing what everybody's thinking, and he put it into perfect words here, right? The United States is falling behind in this technology, in this space right now, because they're too concerned with controlling everything. Right? Instead of innovating and adopting this technology, they're pushing back on it right now. And the SEC, because of what they do, they want control and power over all of this. And I think it's going to be really interesting and fascinating to watch this play out. It's important for all of us. It does, and I think he's right here. It doesn't matter what you're invested in. A lot of times in crypto, it's like this community versus this community, and then you got the Bitcoin maxis. They don't want to hear anything about Cardano. We only make up 5% of people in crypto. It's time for us to drop all that bullshit and come together as one and really, unite, as Charles says. I agree with this 100%. I never understood the tribalism in crypto, right? It's crazy to me, considering we only make up a very small percentage anyway, 5%, right? And if we really want this industry to grow, we really want it to prosper, don't we want it to be inviting for people who are out of the, 95%? If the first thing they say is, Bitcoin people fighting with Cardano people, that's not very inviting, right? So I agree 100%. This is the time for us to come together. put your differences aside and your philosophies aside on what you invest in and what have you, and understand that at its core, what crypto really stands for is exactly what Charles said. It's exactly what he laid out here, right? It's about self-sovereign identity. It's about owning your own wallet. It's about freedom to control your economic future and agency and not be controlled by another big governing body and watching every transaction you make, and basically can shut the water off whenever they want to. If we go to a CBDC, that's essentially what could happen. Now, that's the worst case scenario. Will it happen? I hope not. But imagine that. Imagine if every single time you want to travel, the government gets to tell you yes or no. That's pretty scary, right? And it's kind of already happened in the last 3 years, right? Think about it. So let me know what you guys think down below, and we'll be back with more crypto content. And, of course, we'll be following this story very, very closely and to see where we go from here. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you. Bye.